Shea baby.
You're tuned into No Cap News, bringing you the straight up facts. No cap.
Make sure you smash them like buttons and hit them notification bells to be notified every time the Shea Baby's dropping that new content. You know what the vibes is.
Cook raw later, where a nigga live. It's only 4 neighbors. Money on the floor, and that's the floor paper. Niggas talk that
safe. You can get it too. You ain't exempt if you get out of place. But I got my mini pop, I would've had a case. The other side, they really tweak it, plus they got my face. And
Back in the days. No offense, Cardi. Cardi's a real booger. I'm being for real with you. I know she looks good. Don't get me wrong, Cardi, you look good right now. But if you rewind time back in the days.
D-Block, true indeed. Double R, yes, true indeed.
Shay finally in the building.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So,
Shea Baby.
So Fox, man, I've been wanting to know, man, like for a minute now, man. You know, let the people know. Let's start from here, man. Let the people know a little bit about yourself, just so you can know and get a little bit familiar with you. Cause we about to fuck these streets up. Let's talk about it.
Well, man, I was born and raised in Detroit, man. Shout out to the Motor City, man, 313. You know what I'm saying? That's Then I relocated down here to the South, you know, once I got a little older, you know, it's like once you realize it's different parts of the world, man, you want to get out there, you know what I'm saying? So in my lifetime, my young lifetime so far, I done seen a few places, you know what I'm saying, and seen how different it is out here in the world, you know, London, England, Africa. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done been to Cancun. I know you know about the vibes down there in Cancun. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Montego Bay down there, man. Shout out to the rosters.
That's a fact. Yo, Fox, I can't lie. Yo, keep it real, man. And this is something that you know, like the streets needed this beat. You know what I mean? I needed another show. I needed a co-host, and I knew the way you talk online that people would be ready for this, man. So let's talk about it, man.
Shea Baby.
I wanted to talk a little bit today about, you know, Diddy going to have to do those 5 years. I wanted to talk a little bit today about, definitely about your girl, Nicki Minaj, OVO Fox, Cardi B, you know what I mean? And I definitely wanted to talk about, you know, a little bit of current events that's going down. So, you think your man Diddy's going to do, how do you think he's going to do when it comes to those 5 years? Because, you know, 5 years is a long time.
Well, you know, they actually sentenced him to 5. But if he get that good time, he only looking at about 2.5. So he might only do 2.5. And then I don't feel like Diddy going to like a hardcore prison. They ain't finna send that boy to Leavenworth like they did Mike Vick. Like Mike Vick. Mike was in they wolves, man. Hey, they threw Mike to the wolves.
Shea Baby.
Diddy been living pretty for a long time, pause. He might, man, hey, if they throw him to the wolves, it might get ugly in there. Yeah, it might get ugly.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean, man. I mean, like throwing him to the wolves 5 years is nasty. I think he was in there enough time. He did about 2 years in there. I thought they would let him off the hook, my dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I thought, see, what happened was the prosecution, they wanted to give him at least 11 years. And the judge was like, nah, that don't make sense. So then the judge came, you know, Diddy lawyers came back. They wanted 14 months, which at the end of the day, he probably will still end up doing that. He'll probably end up doing like 26 or 28 months with a good time. And then he gonna hit the street. But
that's crazy.
He got 5 years of supervised probation whenever he hit the street. It's supervised release. He ain't just gonna be out on the street free and clean. and he got a $500,000 maximum fine that he got to pay. That's the max fine that the judge can give him, and he gave him the 500,000, so he got to pay that too.
That's crazy. So wait, so the 500,000. Let's talk about that. You think Diddy pays that now, get it over with, or does he pay that when he get out? Because you know he got it.
Man, he ain't about to wait. He about to go and pay that because he got so many lawsuits out. He don't know if he might have it in 2.5. Hey, he might not have it in 2.5.
That's facts. That's real.
Hey, he got too many lawsuits out. But I ain't even gonna hold you. Even if he do gotta pay that $500,000, the jury also said that they want the court to seize assets that were used in the process of his crime. So that mean if it was
Wait. What you mean? Bring that back. What you mean by that?
that mean if it was a mansion, let's say they did the freak offs in the mansion. You know what I'm saying? Then they want the mansion seized. If they did it in a car, they want the car. They ain't playing. Yeah, they want it. They want the assets too. Whatever he used in the process of his crime, that's in the paperwork. That's in the paperwork.
That's crazy. Zagraba is a premium leaf that you could crush up and smoke in your za. What a name, Zagraba. Try it out, Zagraba.com.
He got off easy. I ain't gonna lie. He got off easy, man. To me, he got off easy because I feel like it got to be some kind of accountability for these people that feel like they could just treat, and I'm gonna say not just our women in general, but just women in general, man. Like a lot of us got daughters and nieces and aunties, and you know, everybody got a mama. You know what I'm saying? When nobody want a nigga to do that to their mama, period.
That's facts.
So when you look at it in that light right there, we need to make some kind of example out of Diddy, man, because this don't make, and I feel like us as a culture, we gotta set the example because at the end of the day, these folks, only reason why they trying to persecute him is because the color of his skin, for real, man. They want him to get the max because of the way that his skin look. It ain't about the crime itself. They want to see him get the max because he had money and he ain't supposed to be in the position that he in and living the way that he was living. He shouldn't have had the amount of power that he had. This was more than just his dirt coming to the light. It was a corporation behind this whole takedown. You know, them Diageo people, man, feeling like he can just come at them for their money. You know, and when you start messing with the top dogs and you start messing with $8, we know it's the power of the dollar. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real.
Hey, they fund the campaigns. They fund the campaigns. They the one that make it possible for a lot of these people to get elected. They the one that make it possible for a lot of these bills that get passed to get passed. Their money. So when you start messing with that, you got a problem.
Yo, you're right, my dude. So you feel, so basically, so this is what we were always talking about in the morning show. This like, we covered the Diddy shit for the 2 years. I'm not gonna front. We definitely did. So you're basically saying that Diddy went wrong because he went against those people that he felt that he was more powerful than the higher power.
He went against the machine, and that's what happened. First of all, the machine didn't create him. But when he became a part of the machine because he wanted to be, you know, larger than he was, he wanted to have more power than he had, then he became part of the machine. But just because you part of the machine don't mean that you helping run the machine. You just another piece. You another screw, my guy. You another boat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts. You said, okay, so the machine. Because I don't ever want to go against the machine. Who is the machine?
Man, the machine are the the CEOs and the CFOs of these major corporations. I'll give you an example. Hulu been in existence for what, 20 years? We done had Hulu. Disney just shut it down.
Facts.
They bought it. They done had it for what, 3, 4, 5 years now, and now they're done with it. They acquired ESPN. They own that. The Disney Corporation own ABC. And ESPN just bought the NFL Network. So guess what? We don't need Hulu no more. So now we just
Yo, that's crazy.
we the machine. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally, they're that's part of the machine right there. They dollars get stuff done. If they want a law,
Yeah, but then when you think about it, Diddy makes the machine money. So why would they? You know what I mean? So you're saying all this was fixed and all this was like cancer that they put on him to bring him down?
No, this was his dirt, but it would have stayed his dirt up under the rug, and they never would have pulled the rug back if he never went against the machine. Would have pulled the rug.
I see what you're saying.
It would have stayed under the rug if he never would have went against the machine. And that's what happened. Once you go against the machine, after they feel like they done put you in a certain position, it's over with. They're going to take you straight down. That's why Jay-Z don't say nothing about nothing. And I'm just keeping it real. He don't say nothing about nothing. We don't hear that man say nothing about nothing. And what he don't do is go against the machine.
Nah, you're right. Obito definitely don't. See, that's the thing. And that's how I knew that Jay-Z and Diddy were separating from there, because you figured Jay-Z would have let Diddy know, like, yo, bro, you're going against the machine. You're gonna lose.
Jay ain't finna let him know. Jay probably told him. He pulled him to the side. He hollered at him at that last white party that he threw. And Diddy ain't listen. And Jay was like, all right, I'm going up. And now look what happened. Look how he a part of the machine. That man got Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl this year.
You're right. The Puerto Ricans is definitely out. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? They finna be out there going hard in the paint. They finna be going hard in. Those boys, they finna be ready for Bad Bunny. That man, the international superstar. I might not listen to none of his music, and I heard it. Like,
that's a fact.
Hey, you know how they play the NBA games on the little intro and all that. They be having a little song in the middle of it. That's it. Like, other than that, I don't know nothing about it. But I know that man, the superstar, though, and they about to put on a show, and they about to charge an arm and a leg for them Super Bowl tickets.
I know, man. It's about to get nasty. So Diddy, man. I mean, 5 years, man. I mean, like, are they counting the 2 that he was in there plus an additional 5? Or are you saying Diddy's gonna have to do another 2? I feel bad for the dude, my dude. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He'll get his good time, man. They'll get him the time. Usually you get the time that you set in there, unless the judge just an asshole, you know what I'm saying? And he really, or you been acting like an asshole the whole trial, and he want to make an example out of you. But normally you get your good time, man. So he'll get that. Yeah, they'll give him
What's the good time, though? Like, if people want to know, what's the good time? Is he got to do all this time, or is Diddy gonna do 6 months and then he'll be back in the streets? Let's keep it real.
The good time gonna be whatever he sat in there, like during the trial when they first arrested him and he first got charged. That's all that. They can put all that into the good time. Diddy might do 14 months. He might do 24 to 26 months. It just depends on how much of that time the judge is willing to, say he already did. Because he been sitting in there. You got to think, they didn't get a man no bond.
That's what I'm saying.
They really ain't give him no bond. You know what I'm saying? And Man, I don't think they would have did a lot of people like that though. But at the end of the day, from what they were saying about him in the trial and the way that he tried to intimidate people on the street before he even caught them charges, it ain't no way he never would have hit the streets and been trying to, put the screws to people and make them say what he wanted them to say or not show up at all. So I can't really blame him.
Nah, that's real.
Ain't no bond for real. He ain't need no bond.
Damn, I'm just thinking Diddy in jail, like, and then now, when I think about Diddy being in jail, I just think like, okay, people, the word is out that he's zesty. Is he gonna have a problem in jail, or is he going to the feds where he can, the feds is where you want to go if you know you can't survive the real streets.
Man, jail is all right. We go. Hold on, we gonna stop this. Jail and prison, two different things. Nah, prison, that nigga
That's
been
a
in
fact.
jail. That nigga been in jail the whole time he been locked up. Prison is a different thing. Prison, you going to a place where it might be a nigga that been in 20 years. And all he done seen for the last 20 years, pause, is naked niggas in the shower.
That's a fact.
Like, that's it. That's it. He ain't got no he ain't no boss. He ain't moving no bricks on the street. He ain't got no bread put up, so the guards ain't making no moves for him. And that's all he know. And Diddy.
Damn, it's about to get real disgusting for Diddy now, man. Because, like you say, he's on his way to prison. So the Bubba, let's talk about Bubba, because there's a dude, I saw this dude on Instagram. His name is Booty. Talking about he taking niggas' booties and all of this. I seen that dude on. I don't know if you ever seen him on the gram.
I seen that nigga on the Boondocks though.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. That dude. That dude.
I see that nigga on the Boondocks though, but those niggas really exist. For anybody that don't believe,
yes, that's what I mean.
They're real people. Yeah, they are real people. Trust me. So you really gotta. That's for all y'all YNs out here that want to go do crime and be out here on the streets talking about what you gonna do if they ever lock you up and send you to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better have you a knife longer than his. That's real. Cause
that's a fact.
Yeah, it ain't no joke. They really exist, dog. So Diddy ain't gonna have no problem in there. He got money. And he like boys. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call him in there.
So you think Diddy's gonna be playing in it? Zagraba is a premium leaf that you could crush up and smoke in your za. What a name, Zagraba. Try it out, Zagraba.com. Diddy's gonna be playing in it?
Man, look, only thing Diddy got to worry about is what kind of restrictions they gonna put on his hygiene. Is they gonna tell that nigga he can't get the big baby oil? He got to get the little trial size. What they put.
Yo, why they give you baby? Hold on, they give you baby oil in jail?
Hey, yeah, man, it's hygiene, man. They lotion and shit, like it's hygiene. Deodorant, you got to be able to still not stink. You know what I'm saying? Pause, like you.
So wait, hold on. So you think that's gonna be a big thing? There's gonna be a big thing for Diddy in jail. Diddy, no baby oil for you in jail, Diddy.
I'm gonna tell you like this: they gonna have that restriction. First of all, they gonna put that nigga on the trial size. Then they gonna tell him he can't have more than 3 at a time, cause that's gonna equal like a big bottle if you try to put it together. It's a wrap.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, bro. I think Diddy's in trouble, man. I think 5 years. I think it's gonna be real stressful for that man.
Man, he already been stressed. He was stressed out in jail. I'm gonna tell you like this for real. This come from somebody that done been down that road before. Jail harder than prison, dog. Because in jail you can't do shit. You locked on the unit the whole time. Like, nigga, you in there. They hit the bell. You go back to the cell. That's it. In prison, at least you can go outside on the yard. You can walk the yard. You can go hoop or something. You know what I'm saying? You can go walk the track. Whatever. Like, it's something to do. So he gonna be all right when
That's a fact.
long as you just stay out of other niggas' business, man. Don't if he try to get off in somebody else's business, he get to fighting over one of them boys, cause he gonna get down there and he gonna see him. He if he
Yeah, that's crazy. So I'm saying, you think Diddy's gonna be walking the yard, living regular life type? Like seriously.
man, it's gonna be no, he ain't gonna be able to. It's gonna be niggas running up on him, still trying to rap for him. What's gonna happen is where everybody think and I'm telling y'all this real, and I don't mean no disrespect to nobody community. I promise you. What's gonna happen is the nigga gonna hit the street with the next Lil Nas X. He gonna hit the street.
You said when he come out, he gonna have him a little Nas X. Yo.
He gonna sign him, and guess what? They gonna love him. You want to know why? Because they support their community. They support their community. They show up for their people, man. And if Diddy hit the street and he waving that flag and he put out the next the hip hop Lil Nas X,
no, but you know what? This is why this is real talk, because pretty much he has to come out and say he goes that way. It too much been revealed, my boy.
I mean, it's already been told, so he can't even he ain't even gonna try to fully address it like that. He just gonna come out and he gonna live his regular life that he was living behind closed doors. Now he gonna live it out in the public. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, they be acting like, everybody act like Kegler Jenner was born like that now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
They just act like we know that this nigga got a whole family. He got kids, an ex-wife, and everything. Like, we just, hey, that's 2025.
So what happens? Diddy's in jail 5 years. We talking in the next 5 years. God willing that we here. But for the 5 years that Diddy's in jail, what happens to the people that were around him that made all this happen? Like the Gene Dills, the Cassies, the Cassies' husbands, the people that were on the labels, everybody involved in this case, even 50 Cent baby mother, all of them. How do they feel knowing that this man is coming home in 5 years and y'all made this man look crazy?
Man, Gene Dill been running his mouth. Gene Dill been running his mouth before Diddy ever caught this case. He was talking about Diddy. Gene ain't scared of Diddy because Gene got a whole package put together already. Pause, in case anything ever happened to him. Gene can take down the whole machine. He can take down the whole.
That's a fact. Gene know everything.
Gene know everything. Gene know everything. Gene and Cassie, guess what? If they really want to keep it all the way real, she really was more of a conspirator than she was a victim when it came to what he being charged with. When it came to the sex trafficking and all that, she really was more of a co-conspirator than a victim. I'm just
that's crazy.
That's the quiet part that don't nobody want to say out loud though, for real. If you really look at the facts, she was more part of the situation and what was going on, because even after she wasn't with Diddy no more, she still never said nothing about it. She still never brought it to the light. She could have saved more people, possibly, if she would have said what she knew from the get-go. But it was.
I know. Why didn't she just do that? This would have never. I know. And that's what makes all of this nasty, because it's like, come on, Cassie. We know you did this for the money. Now you got the money. The nigga got to do 5 years. This is just a man that's a freak. Diddy should not be in jail, my boy. I'm sorry, man. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's the facts.
No cap. Like I said, that man in jail, if he was going to be in jail for anything, he should have been in jail for putting his hands on that woman. That's what he should have been.
That's it.
He should have been in jail.
That's it, man.
On that woman. And I ain't gonna lie, 9 times out of 10, if he goes to the right place, he gonna have to see somebody about that. You know what I'm saying? There's some dudes that done seen that video a couple of times. They ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, exactly. So you saying in jail, he's gonna have to see niggas in jail for hitting women.
They had to see somebody about that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might, and then I'm tell you like this. That's how niggas is in there anyway. They go take exception to a situation just to use it to check your temperature. Like they want to see where you at. So that nigga might come get with him about the situation. And he gonna have to deal with it one way or another. So we might hear some bad shit on the news about Diddy after he get, depending on where they send him. Cause like
that's a fact.
He ain't gonna
now extortion. Is he gonna have to go through the extortion game?
I highly doubt it. I think niggas are gonna more run up on him trying to get a record deal than anything. It's gonna be 100 niggas a day running up on him from every side of the camp trying to rap.
Yeah. Because everybody in jail got bars.
Yeah, he ain't looking for that though. He ain't looking for the next G-Dep or none of them. He looking for the next. He looking for the hip hop Lil Nas X. I'm telling you, that man got a whole plan.
That's the craziest shit, Fox. You said my boy's looking for the next Nas X coming out of jail. That's disgusting, man. I feel bad, man. Diddy's looks disgusting out there in these streets, my boy.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm shaking my head at how they talking about how he had beat up my nigga Drake though, man. That still got, man, I'm still going off there. But I gotta believe that Diddy had at least like 4 or 5 other people with him that was willing to, you know what I'm saying, put hands on this man along with him. It just wasn't him just running up on Drizzy and just, you know what I'm saying, giving that nigga lumps and shit.
That's a fact. Now, you think with all of this going down, do you think we're gonna get to see Drizzy pop out with all this Cardi B action or not?
Oh no, he popping out this month, man. It's October. Man, y'all about to see. I told him, man.
Yeah, it's cuffing season with the bitches. He's definitely popping out.
I told him when the beef started, I said, hey man, y'all niggas just chill. Wait till October. We can let this man have a whole summer if he want to have it. Guess what? Every month, once the summer ends, once October comes, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I know what he about to do, man. I know what he been doing it for too long. He been doing
I know.
Then he done alley-oop niggas and they just, you know, it's funny because he the only dude everybody be talking shit about how this man, especially Rick Ross. He the funniest nigga that I ever seen. A man that put so much money in your pocket. Because let's think, a couple of times Ricky Ross had fell off musically. Nigga,
yes, he always that fell off. He come back. Once a nigga put him on the record and jump on it with him, he go spend the bread. Then Rose is back.
Man, he called them Drake alley oops, man. Then look, this is the funny part about it though. If I was Meek Mill, I wouldn't never speak to Ross again because when the Kendrick beef started, Ross was right behind the shit, beefing with Drake. But when Meek and Drake was beefing, he ain't say shit. He ain't open his mouth. And Meek was his artist. This is a nigga that put money in your pocket. His performance and what his numbers do put money in your pocket. But you ain't open your mouth?
That's a fact. You know, I never really thought about it like that. He was quiet through all of that.
Ricky never said nothing. He never said, you want to know why? Because he had a few alley-oops from Drake in that he had to put out first. He had a couple of alley-oops he had to put out first. He wasn't finna say nothing. Records wouldn't get
no, Drake definitely did a lot for him. Drake did a lot for that dude.
Man, that's crazy. That's I ain't never seen that in music before. I never seen that. Where one nigga just he really sprinkled the whole game for real. And then most of the game wasn't fucking with him no more.
That's a fact. Well, you know, we ain't going nowhere, man. This is episode 1, so we're definitely keep people up to date on Diddy. He got 5 years in there, so we're gonna be talking about this for a long time. All right, Cardi B, my guy. Cardi B. What you think, man? You think she did all this on purpose just to sell records? Because let's keep it real. Everything she's done within the album dropping has been nasty. Having babies, sleeping with Stephon Diggs, beefing with your girl Nicki, beefing with Ice Spice. She's just the center. And the name of her album is,
Man,
you know what I mean? I guess she's the problem. What we talking about?
First of all, I feel like she the problem. I feel like really from the get go, she put her business in the street. Their relationship was out there, which it was gonna get out there because Offset should have knew better, man. When you out here messing around, and no disrespect to the shout out to the strippers, because I swear to God, without y'all, it'd probably be, a whole lot more bad things that happen in the world. Y'all keep a whole lot of niggas.
That's a fact.
y'all make the world a better place. So I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying when you're messing around with some of y'all, though, some of y'all messy as hell, as they like to say down here in the South, and he should have knew better. He should have knew better. Sometimes just because you a certain financial status don't mean that your IQ has increased. You see what I'm saying? That was his problem.
That's a big fact.
That was his problem. He was just dumb. So Cardi, I can say she just wanted to show him that she could do better than him for real. I don't think she wanted to get pregnant by Stephon Diggs. This nigga got a whole nother baby. You seen that? He got a whole nother baby. Another chick, she pregnant too. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I know. How's that gonna play out? Having kids. Like I've seen that. I knew a guy. Shout out to my man. His kids play ball and everything in college. I've seen that before. But realistically, having kids the same age, baby mother, there's gonna be a lot of jealousy. He's gonna have stress with those girls later on down the line.
I seen the whole video where all the dudes in the NFL, they was asking them like, what person you would want to date your sister? And everybody said Stephon Diggs. And I was like, I said,
that's crazy.
I said, she must didn't see this video. Damn, because if she did, then I don't think she would have did that. But, hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. That baby ain't asked to be created. And that child ain't asked to come in this world. So everybody just got to be adult and do what they got to do. But Offset died.
That's a fact.
For that for telling Stephon, nigga, I got 3 up on you or some shit like that. And I'm still the man in the house.
Yo, I can see that. He said I got 3 up on you and I'm still a man in the house. That's crazy. Now let me tell you a story. A friend of mine, he told me, I'm not gonna say the names, but he told me in an interview that dating celebrities like that is wild. Because you could be chilling in the living room with them and niggas just come walking in the house because they spend so much money around the house. They got keys. It's kind of nasty.
Yeah, bro fumbled for real. He know he fumbled, but he don't want to just admit that he fumbled. You know what I'm saying? Like most niggas ain't just gonna be like, hey man, that's my bad. Like I should have treated her better. He gonna do the regular, typical nigga shit. Like he gonna tweet, say stupid shit that he know he shouldn't say, and be mad at her because she moved on. But I ain't gonna lie, getting pregnant though before the ink even dry on your divorce is diabolical, man. That is
diabolical. She's the goat for that.
It seemed like you might have been let the whole time. Like this was your side piece that turned into your main piece. It's crazy, but it's true.
Yeah, I just can't believe that this actually happened, man. I ain't gonna I never thought that I would see her get pregnant. And then, cheating, yes, but pregnant is kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy work. That's super crazy.
That's a fact. Now, Nicki, you think Nicki should just fall back or she should just keep going?
Man, Nicki is musically, and I hate to say this, man, because I ain't gonna lie, man. Mixtape Nicki was a different situation, dog. I'm talking about like '07, '08, '09. Nicki was different, man. And I agree with Cardi. You comparing yourself to somebody that's not even in your bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I hate when niggas try to compare Jordan to LeBron. Man, I'ma say this. Yeah, LeBron would have been able to play in the era that Jordan played in just because of his size. Pause. You know what I'm saying? The nigga 6'8", 270. You know what I'm saying? He would have been able to play in that era. Jordan would have been able to play in this era because these niggas can't hand check or none of that. They taking your whole dome off back in them days.
Facts.
When Jordan was on top of the game. You ain't driving the lane. You ain't driving the lane. When he was driving the lane, why you think he had to fly? If he ain't fly, he was gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So if you can't compare Nicki with, hey, like she said, I was in high school when you was, you know what I'm saying, listening to you. Like, why the fuck you comparing yourself to me? That make a whole lot of sense. But I also see when you still feel like you at the top of your game, you know, and you ain't ready to retire, you know, then you gonna go at who you think in your spot or want your spot. So I understand Nicki, but she ain't got no spot no more. You a legend now. You in the legends box because the shit that you be making is not rap no more. And that's just true.
Yeah, I know.
She make that pop music.
Nah, I like this Nicki. I like the space she's in. I like Cardi. She was in a good space, and up until this point, you know, just in the mind of me as far as a female. Forget about the music. We're talking about her being a female. That's why I say I like where Nicki at right now. She's with her man, with her family. I like it.
Yeah, that's what she need to do. Just be a legend. You know what she says? She says she the queen. Just be the queen. You know what I'm saying? And let everybody else fight for that spot. Like, you should be above all that. And that's why I feel like she wrong at, especially when you ain't just making no bangers like that right now. Like, we hear Cardi out here in these streets. Cardi making bangers, even when she ain't come out with no album. Her features was hot. That was some of the hottest records on the street.
That's a fact. That's a big fact. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I can't wait to see where all this is gonna go, man. This is good smoke. So, man, OVO Fox, man, before we get out of here, man, episode 1. How does it feel to be on the big stage right now? We are on that big stage.
Hey, it's crazy, man. I ain't even... The nerves was getting to me a little bit earlier, bro. I swear, man. I think that whole pack of backwoods, that boy gone. That's ashes. I was...
I feel you. It is up. You know what the vibe is. It's your boy Shay, baby. No Cap News. Your man OVO Fox. Episode 1. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll be back next Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. Let's talk about it.